I would like to invite another guest speaker, Mr. Prabhat Kapoor, sir from Delhi. Please start your video, sir. Yeah, welcome in ABCD International platform, and over to you, sir.
Thank you so much, Akash, and very warm good evening to all of you. My name is Prabhat Kapoor, and I am from Delhi, India. I welcome all of you on behalf of ABCD as well to this wonderful, splendid, session that we're taking today, and we are going to, achieve this world record. I'm pretty sure. Again, I am very thrilled to talk to you about one of the very splendid universal law, the law of divine oneness. The law of divine oneness. And I would request you all to be with me in order to make the most out of these few minutes that we have got. All right. Let me start by asking a question. And this is for all of you. Have you ever had this feeling? You called up, any of your friend or relative, and they quickly picked up your call to tell you that they were just thinking about you. They were just about to call you. Probably, Akash, you can tell me, have you ever had this feeling that you called somebody and they told you that they were thinking about you?
Yes, lots of time.
Yes. This happens with all of us. So do you understand what is this connection? Can we all understand what is this connection? Let me give you one more example of this. If you know the human cellular structure, the structure of a cell that we have inside, our whole body is made with cells. That structure of that cell is the structure of the solar system. The way we see that planets revolve around the sun, same way there is a nucleus in between and the electrons are revolving. So it's a similar structure. Does it trigger a question? If they or is it a mere coincidence, or there is something more to it, right? Let's keep thinking about it. To begin with, first let us try to understand what is this law. What is exactly divine oneness?
Okay. Look at that. You're up to 6.
We must know.
What's your goal? It's not important what the goal was.
There is somebody's voice coming in between. Akash, you can mute that. Thank you. So, as I was saying, we must know that it's the most fundamental law of universe. Why I'm saying it's fundamental? Because this can be outlined in one line, that we all are one. We all are connected. That we all are interconnected with, everything is connected to everything. Is the easiest definition of this law. Everything that exists in this entire universe, whether it can be seen or unseen, is constantly connected with each other. In fact, what we do or even think affects everything in the entire universe. You all must have heard about the Japanese philosophy of the butterfly effect. As they say, even if there is a thunderstorm coming up, there would have been certain other actions, just like a flap of the butterfly, So there is some connection with everything. Depending upon our own personal belief, we may call it the source of divine energy or our God, right? The important point to understand here is that we all are connected to this divine energy or God, as we call it. Our awareness and understanding towards this law, this law of interconnectedness, not just brings us closer to the source and to the one divine, but also it invokes to believe in the goodness of self and others. Because I am good, I feel that everybody else should be good. Yeah, there is some good in everyone else. We are all connected. As we think and see the good in others, they too at some point will start connecting to the goodness within us. Yeah. Nothing in this universe is just random. My dear friends, nothing in this universe is random. I'm telling you, the energies create influence, and they get influenced by our thoughts, our very actions, our very feelings. The law of oneness creates harmony between all other universal laws. Actually, it tells us that we're all connected. We're all constantly affecting each other's lives, even our thoughts, actions, and feelings, as I told you. We are all impacting this whole planet, in fact, the entire universe, just by our thoughts, actions, our feelings, just by our mind. Do you realize that every cell in our body is so very important, right? Each of them have significantly different roles, special values. Yeah. Same way, shouldn't you also feel special? Like, for example, Akash is creating such impactful sessions these days, that I feel Akash is one of those important cells in the universe who is connecting everybody else. Along with it, we are all one connected part of this whole system. And what we should learn is, we should learn how to activate and apply this law into our lives and take maximum benefit out of it, right? And why should we apply it? Because the moment you start applying a law, this law, you are functioning at a higher frequency, promoting the positive energy around us, right? You're actually bringing a powerful positive vibe to this system. You are adding some positive value, and you're receiving the same positive vibe back into your life. You will receive it, right? We can say that, this is how it proves that it is very, very significant and powerful. Before I end my session, I'd like to give you certain pointers. How do we implement this law into our lives? Because otherwise people will say that, Prabhat came up from India and he spoke something about this law, but he never told us how to implement this law into our lives, right, Akash? So let me give you certain tips, how to be practicing this law into our lives. My dear friends, this all starts with being compassionate, right? As we call it in Hindi, mitta bhavana, right? Compassion towards everyone. When we have compassion, okay, the first pointer, the first pointer, you should start practicing self-compassion. Now, how do you practice self-compassion? How do you generate self-compassion? My dear friends, it has to be the best way that India has been teaching everyone else: meditation. Meditate about anything, but you should focus on the positive energy. You should first of all start with the positive energy into your body. You should be able to channelize positive energy into your body. So meditate, focus on positive energy. This will bring in self-compassion. Have you ever thanked your legs, your feet? Have you ever thanked your hands, very hands, who support you in living? Have you ever thanked your lungs? Have you ever thanked your heart? No, we do not. So self-compassion is something that we need to practice, that we need to start today. So I'm requesting all of you, start self-compassion, start practicing self-compassion, start meditating. Now, the second pointer, the second tip, Learn to put yourself in somebody else's shoes, others' shoes. The moment you say that, start to put yourself in others' shoes, we all go towards this beautiful term called empathize. So yes, ladies and gentlemen, we should start empathizing. The moment you start empathizing, what do? You're actually thinking about somebody else. You're putting yourself in their position, right? And you are being compassionate towards them. You are sending those positive vibes towards somebody. Though, I mean, I come from a background of Reiki as well. I'm a second degree Reiki holder, and I firmly believe in the principles of Reiki. So I believe the moment you start thinking positive about somebody, you are sending some energy to them. And if you are sending some positive energy to somebody, their life will be healed. Their problems will be healed. Yeah. So yes, learn to empathize. Start putting yourself into others' shoes. Now, third pointer.
That's
The third tip.
right. Okay.
Sorry. Third pointer. Shift the perspective from me to we. Yeah. From me to we have to think again talking about compassion only, right? Let me give you an example here. How do we start shifting our perspective from me to we? The moment you go to buy something, or let's say even if you are thinking to drink water, you're somewhere sitting in your house, you feel thirsty, you go to the kitchen and you start thinking about drinking water. That very moment, start thinking about others, right? Try and see that if you can offer that water before you to your mother, your father, maybe some sibling, right? This small practice will start shifting your perspective from me to we, right? We all, okay, especially in India, we have so many states, we have so many people here coming from different states, different religions, different backgrounds. Yeah, I don't even I have never seen many of the people in my life who are very important to me right now, like Akash comes from a different state altogether, but we are very connected right now because we share that positive bond. We have been part of various other sessions also, right? We are so comfortable with each other that we really form that bond of friends, in fact more than friends, I would say, right, Akash? All right, so yes, so this perspective we have to think. Yes, thank you, Akash. So we have to shift this perspective from me to we. Why can't we think about we, right? We can get some benefit for all of us, the win-win approach. Yeah. All right, so these were 3 pointers. Let's move on to the 4th pointer. 4th pointer is learn to be kind, learn to be helpful, but without any personal interest in it, right? Again, I can give you an example of a lot of trainers that I know around me. There are a lot of trainers that I know who personally start helping their their mentees, right? They mentor a lot of people. They are helping a lot of students in India around their area, and they're not doing it because they will give them something in return. They're doing it out of just that feeling of kindness, just to be helpful, to practice helpfulness, right? And I can give you a very recent example. We all have came out of the COVID situations just recently. In fact, we're still struggling with it. I have seen such good examples of people who are helping on the road, feeding people who do not have the basic amenities, the basic food. So why can't we all be kind? The God has given us that unique power, that this is something which is very unique. We have something different from non-living things, or from animals, from trees. As humans, we understand the emotions. So when we understand the emotions, why can't we be kind towards people? We can be, yes, right? So let us all start to learn how to be kind, how to be compassionate, how to be helpful without any personal interest. Okay, so after these 4 pointers, the fifth point: look beyond judgments. I believe everybody is unique. But do you think being unique is being, being different, is it being good or bad? Yeah. Okay, let me ask you a question. I have a car, and it is a different car, different than anybody else that I might have, right? Uh, uh, what do you think? Is it a good car or a bad car? Akash, anything? Can you
Good,
decide if
good,
my car is a good car or a bad car?
good car.
Akash is very, very generous. He's saying very good car. Sorry. However, guys, this is something that I want to point out here. Without knowing the right things, without knowing things in detail, let's not assume things to be good or bad. Things can be different. I do my hair like this. I do my hair like this, right? Somebody might wear a burqa. Somebody might wear a tie. They are different, but that does not qualify them as good or bad. Let us stop this judgment feeling. Don't mind Akash, but then we all have it inbuilt, inbuilt. We start judging people even with the smallest of things. If you see somebody, Akash, if you see somebody running with a knife, in hand, and you see two more people running behind that person, what do you think they're doing?
Generally, we think that person is thief, and other two are targeting him. Yeah.
Correct, yes. But however, it might be that they all three are friends. They went for some prank to do, and they are using this fake knife for a prank. Yeah. So in place of judging people, let us be very, very respectful towards the difference, right? We all can be unique. Okay, let me give you one more example here. I have seen a lot of trainers, a lot of people who do not wear business suits, but I have seen certain, I personally know certain people who generally wear casuals in their trainings. And they particularly feel that, he says that I am a trainer with my knowledge, not because of my business suit. You're paying for my knowledge, not for my business suit. Yes, I am okay wearing a business suit, but I am more comfortable in a t-shirt and a jeans. Yeah. So yes, people are different. We should respect for them for their uniqueness, for their positivity, for their knowledge. Let's be, let's look beyond the judgments. Yeah. I have seen certain places, that there are a lot of trainers, a lot of companies, sorry, who come to us and say that, uh, do you have somebody who's of more age, maybe 40 plus or something? We want some gray hair, because this is a very senior leadership kind of training. Yeah. But I don't understand. Does gray hair, or does more number of age, as in a number of years, does it give you that a significantly different experience? Maybe or maybe not, right? So I feel before judging somebody just like that, we should understand the person. And again, let's be compassionate, right? Let's know them personally and empathize with them and try and understand them. Then maybe we can give a judgment about somebody. Yeah. All right, let's move on to our next pointer. Sixth pointer, that is practice living in the moment. All right, this is very, very important, guys. How many of you are there who probably have, okay, Akash, what was the year when you have passed your ninth class? Sorry.
In 2009.
And what was your score? Sorry, I'm asking that. What was your total score, if you can share with us, maybe?
Around 58 or 56.
Super. So Akash scored around 58%. Sorry, I'm telling you this on a YouTube live. But then, guys, does it make him any worse or a better human being? Those marks? Because it was so, we all keep thinking about these marks, something that happened in the past. Oh, I couldn't score so much in my marks, in my exam, I couldn't do that, I couldn't do this, right? We are all entangled into our past mistakes, or the future also. At times we keep thinking, I want to buy this car, I want to buy that house, right? All those feelings, I understand. Yes, we all have dreams. However, where are we standing right now? If I have to buy a car, let's say, worth 20 lakh rupees in, let's say, 5 years, I should focus on what do I do today to make that car mine after 20 years. In place, what we do is, oh, I did that thing wrong 2 years back. I have to do this thing 2 years down the line. But we do not focus on today. So, my dear friends, let us focus on today. Let us start living in the moment. We have to get out of those entangled feelings, of the past. We might have done something wrong, something good, something bad, whatever happened, right? But if we keep ourselves entangled in those feelings, we will not be able to live in the present or plan for future. Yeah. As they say, if you want to make your future brighter, stop thinking about the past, start working in the present so that your future becomes brighter. Yeah. All right, guys. So this makes us come back to our seventh pointer, which is the last point of the day. Put yourself to a 21-day compassion challenge. I request all of you, put yourself into this compassion challenge for 21 days. As we all know that 21 days it takes to have a good habit settle down, right? So maybe these 21 days are required for us to become more compassionate, for us to practice this law of divine oneness, for us to start understanding and then maybe becoming more powerful, becoming more significant in our own lives. So 21-day challenge for you, all of you, for this law of divine oneness, for being compassionate. I will again repeat all those 7 pointers to you. First, start practicing self-compassion by meditation. Second, put yourself in others' shoes. Start learning empathizing. Third, shift the perspective from me to we. We all. Fourth, learn to be kind, helpful, and without any personal interest in it. Fifth, look beyond judgments. Respect everyone for their uniqueness. Sixth, practice living in the moment. Start living in this moment. Today, now. What am I doing? I am right now facing a lot of beautiful people out there, and we are doing this live on YouTube. I really, really want to thank Akash for this opportunity and this wonderful session that we have had on the law of divine oneness. I was also hearing some other speakers out there. You all are doing wonderful. Thank you so much for being having me here and being a part of this session. Thank you so much, Akash. It was wonderful being with you. Thank you.
Yes, thank you, Prabhat sir, for this wonderful session. So lots of things we learn from you, and some things are मतलब वो दृष्टिकोण चेंज करने जैसी बातें थी. So thank you once again for sharing your valuable thoughts.
Thank you so much. Thank you so
So
much.
I would I